Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. You know what time it is. She's a little bit salty.
He's a whole lot of petty. Together with the Salty and Petty podcast.
Duh. And I know I think we promised you Comic-Con news last time, but we thought it was happening a week earlier. But yes, never fear. We're going to talk some The Boys Season 4, which we were going to get to, so just move some stuff. Just do things out of order. Because love it or hate it, I've seen a lot of people have had thoughts on The Boys Season 4. Very, very political.
I mean, it's always been
Well, yeah, but...
They just figured it out.
Yeah. I mean, did you see, well, again, let's start at the end, but the season finale was just called season 4 finale because they had to change the title?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the assassination.
Yeah, I thought I saw it was like Assassination Run or something, but yeah. Oh, they even had the warning up at the beginning of that finale. It's like, we do not condone violence. This is all fictional. Blah, blah, blah. All right, but
I don't know about this. It's kind of the territory you get into when superheroes and, you know, when you're poking fun at superheroes and the tropes of it all. Because it's diverged so far from the source material. In the best way possible, in my personal opinion. No shade to Garth Ennis, but... He was in a I Hate Superheroes movie when he did The Boys, and it was kind of lazy, and it is a comic book series in and of its time. Edgy for the second beat.
So you said it did stray from the source material?
Don't you think?
Well, I've never read it. You've
never read The Boys?
No, I keep meaning to. No. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So for the first time...
You better get caught up before the last season, because spoilers if you don't know, Eric Kripke, who is the showrunner, he only likes to do a show for 5 seasons. This is not going to be Supernatural where we have another 10 seasons. He kind of put his foot down about it. So
yeah, I think
we might get a season 6. We might get some animated stuff.
Oh, I thought season 5 was confirmed as the last one.
Yeah, it is. I'm just letting everybody know. That's why. Like, if we get a season 6, it's going to be somewhere else, and Eric Kripke ain't going to be attached, is my point. His contract with friggin' Amazon's over.
Oh my!
So, just a heads up on that. If you don't know,
no
need to get the petitions out or anything like that.
See, no, 5 seasons is good. I mean, I think this show's done enough damage. I'll never be able to look at Chocolate Cake the same way again.
I'm just such a child of the 90s that I'm just sensitized to it all. So, like, nothing they can do can, like, really get a reaction out of me. I'm just, like, very nonchalant, very unflappable.
Is that
when
Pink?
It comes to stuff like that.
Is that Pink Guy?
Definitely. So, like, this season's, like, fun. I think it was fun for me listening to the reactions of people who never read the comics and who, like, didn't really understand what the show was until the very moment of season 4 that, like, pissed them off. It was different. It was like every episode seemed to piss off a new section of people. So, it's really kind of funny. And especially the people that didn't, like, watch Gen V, because there's a couple of them that, like, kind of tie in slightly, and I know it's definitely going to come back for season 5. So, and I don't know if, like, the whole fact that, like, The Boys has become, like, out of control franchise is just because we live in a capitalistic world, or if it's actually just kind of a part of the franchise's whole spiel about capitalism and superheroes. Because, like, it's like it pokes fun at MCU, but yeah, it actually has a spinoff full of young teen superheroes, right? Mm-hmm. It has an animated adaptation, right? And then we have, like, all this merch, and, like, it's, like, literally the only thing I see Amazon ever advertise for is The Boys. So it's, like, it's a really weird thing. Like, their account on TikTok is just, chef's kiss. It's like, one of the best corporate social medias I've seen in a long time. I can definitely tell that their Gen Z interns run it, for sure. No question about it.
Oh, my God. Have you been watching WWE?
No, not really.
Well, that one of those last events, because, again, Luke has been watching it, the Money in the Bank event. Guess who was sponsored by? The Boys.
Yeah. Yeah. They have like a video game too, and it's basically Fortnite, but like with the boys' skins. Like, no, literally, that's what the game is. And so, yeah, it's like a whole thing. I just find it very fascinating. It's like, you can't help it because, Amazon is bought. Let's be real. Be real. So it's like, gotta keep that money coming. So,
yeah,
it's just so interesting to watch the evolution of and like everything attached.
Yeah, that thing is all that's so weird because I mean, I what Halloween that was, I walked in the costume shop and when I saw Homelander costume, I'm like, oh yeah, you can dress like Hitler too.
Well, not to be that person, but historically speaking, the Nazis got their stuff from Jim Crow laws. I'm just saying, even they thought the Jim Crow laws were a little bit too much. So, to say that, okay. I'm just saying, if you know historically, like, just say it. So, yeah. Again, this is why I kind of like the boys and, like, watching people actually, like, understand the message and then getting mad about it. It was like, oh, you were making fun of me this whole time? You weren't making fun of the snowflake libtard? You were making fun of us? Yeah. So, like I said, that's been the most enjoyable part. I really love the introduction of Sister Sage, and, like, shout out to the poor Deep's octopus. Like, again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tell the Swinton why? Yeah, this whole season, to me, it's been a fun, like, train wreck, but, like, an intentional train wreck, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know that I like the boys working with the CIA. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if they don't work with the CIA, does it seem too unbelievable? Like they'd be completely overpowered?
Babes, if you know anything, so we live in America. Listen. If any shit goes down, no tea, no shade. Like I said, I have people in the military, but nothing like a well-trained militia with a fucking agenda. In America, I am not shitting you. Like, that is where it is at. So for me, I feel like the government hinders things.
Oh.
That's all. Like, yes, the CIA, you think they do what they want, but you would be so surprised how much fucking red tape they actually do have. It's still a bureaucracy at the end of the day. That's all. That's all. It's like, you're gonna assassinate Victoria? No, that's not who you need to be. Like, it just, like, exactly. They don't get it. And, like, Zoe's, like, was kind of annoying that whole thing in the first episode. So I was just like,
oh, yeah.
And then Ryan, homeboy? No, stop. I can't. It's so funny. And it's like, oh, yeah, Butcher has 6 months to live, allegedly.
Sure.
And it's like, Homelander has gray pubes, and I'm like, welcome to the party, brother. You got, well, this is the thing, right? Because technically, this is the comic book canon, is that all superheroes are kind of immortal. So, like I said, when they stray away from the source material, it's like, okay. But then you're like, also since, like, Black Noir is not like a clone, there's like all these little things that have changed. It's like, okay, maybe they messed with, because he was a baby that was given it, and he has to age, because otherwise he'd still just be a baby. Obviously, they had to tamper with the original Formula V, right? So that he wouldn't just be an over superpowered, like, actual literal baby, and not just an over superpowered baby, you know? So it's like, it's just a lot to reconcile for, like, when I'm like trying to figure out where they're going with this.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, well, he is vain and narcissistic and all those things, and that a gray hair in his pubes would push him over the edge, I guess.
There's more than one.
So, no, but I'm just like, that was kind of funny. And then it's like, oh, he went to a black woman? It's like, he's so sick of hearing everybody saying yes to him. I'm just like, okay.
Was he just like, supposedly she's the smartest person in the world, but I can manipulate her? Yeah.
Exactly. And I just love where he's like Caesar, and she's like, yes, like Caesar. And then in my mind, it's the Mean Girls quote, where she just totally said. Oh my God. It was just like, because, like, yeah, Caesar, I guess he didn't finish his history lessons, because, yeah, everybody but spoilers for Roman history, I guess.
A2?
Yeah, she's definitely Brutus. Giving heavy Brutus vibes. So yeah, I love the smile she had on her. Like, like I said, I think Sister Sage was like the best character introduction. The fact that she has history with A-Train, like she was like a teen.
Yeah.
All those,
and she literally has to lobotomize herself to deal with the Deep.
The peak! No, I totally, that was like one of the most relatable things ever, bro.
Oh.
How many more times do I have to listen to Dragon Ball?
Lilith has to lobotomize herself with pharmaceuticals to deal with 25-year-olds.
I have to hear about One Piece one more fucking time. That'll be a problem. No one cannot beat Superman, and here's why. I'm tired of the conversation, okay? Just gonna put it in a pamphlet and just hand it out at the door. Anyway, so yeah, they have those supporters beaten up. So like the first episode is like quite like it's going through a lot of the motions, and then like Monique's ex-boyfriend is part of those people that got beat up, and then Sage goes to instigate a riot at the courthouse when Homelander's found not guilty. With the A-Train's like dumping the corpses.
With the starlighters.
Yeah, and it's like, babe, okay, like you have a groomer and somebody who had a whoopsie. You know, like who, like priorities, whatever. That whole thing was kind of weird. And then I still see like the people don't get the satire of it, and they're still like not defending Starlight.
Oh.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
To each his own. And then so finally Butcher's like, man, this is too much fun. I gotta arrange a meeting with Newman. And then the Red River Files mom was like, blah blah blah. Deceased wife incoming, and sure enough, there it was. It's like clockwork. It's kind of funny. I don't know if it's intentional. The show's gotten super predictable. So like I said, I don't know if that's like part of it or it's just a show in its fourth season. But I'm like, you only have 8 episodes in a season. It's not like you were doing 22 to 25 episodes, where that obviously you would have to kind of get into that territory of wash, rinse, repeat, because this show's not even procedural, you know what I mean? So for them to kind of be in that rhythm of it, I'm just like, I don't know that I like that.
But I mean, I'd hallucinate that dead wife every day.
Booty looks good all the time.
Yeah, you know, I get it. I get it. It's worse hallucinations to have. Then poor Hugh. Oh, this is like the season of just being abused.
Oh,
change his name to Job, bro. So Hugh, learns his father has had a stroke, and so like now he has to go talk to his bitch mother,
who abandoned them when he was like 6. Yes.
Yeah. So it's just like poor Hugh. I bet you he wish he was in a romantic rom-coms now, like his mom.
Then he's gonna shoot him up. He's gonna shoot his dad up with V to fix him. Then he decides not to do it, but then the mother does it.
Yeah. And so this is the weird thing, like again from the comic books, where V works kind of differently in the situation. So I was just like, are they actually gonna address this or no? And then they kind of there's interesting things that they could have brought from the comic book that they didn't. That I understand why they didn't. And that was kind of one of them, which is the way that V works on people are dead and have like illness. So, okay, whatever. Moving on. Not gonna question. Episode 2, Butcher telling the boys about when Gossip gets kicked out. Butcher tracks him down, and he's like, "We're gonna spy on Sage." And of course, she's recruiting the alt-right because they're easy to rile up, whatnot. And then firecracker. And then they called it TruthCon, and I'm just like, I just wish they would have had Alex Jones there. It would have just been chef's kiss. You know he needs the money. You should have done it.
Oh, you meant the real Alex Jones. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the real Alex. Yeah, although that I totally get why that would be divisive, but there's still plenty of people that support him for whatever reason. Weird. But yeah, so I was just like, okay, TruthCon, that's so funny. It felt so on the nose and so real. I had to look it up and make sure it wasn't a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a gun show. Yeah.
Yeah. So then Butcher and them kind of fight, and then whatever, because it's like they're always fighting each other.
That's
so
what I say. Shocking.
Yeah, it's shocking. Sage shows up to thwart the plan, and then it's like Firecracker's. Oh, Firecracker! She's even worse than Jubilee. Like, what is that power? What is that power?
We barely see any of her use her powers this season.
It was like poof. It was like what? Get out of here! You definitely need to not be on the main 7. You know what I mean? Like,
well, they're getting to the bottom of the barrel here.
Yeah. Firecracker and Splinter. Not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Sensei Splinter either.
Yeah, I was gonna say, were you hurt by that?
I was definitely hurt. It was a lot of fighting in episode 2, actually. Because Butcher goes and kills freaking Splinter, and then like Firecracker's like, oh shit, gotta go. And so A-Train, his guilt has finally eaten him. He cannot outrun his guilt. He has figured out. So he gives Huey and Annie the files to exonerate Starlighter of murder, that whole thing. So I'm just like, okay. I mean, why can't Homelander do it and Starlighter can't? Anyway. Homelander and Sage also in this episode organized Ryan's first public mission, and it's a scripted rescue, and I'm just like, oh my god, just when things can't get worse, they do. They do.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't just get a cat out of a tree. Like, we don't do that anymore, or...
Yeah, that thing goes very wrong.
Yeah. And then Homelander has to show up and forces Ryan to kill the stuntman disguised as the criminal, and I'm just like, well, that's not going to come back and bite us in the ass anytime soon. I'm like, Ryan is literally the first natural-born soup, not you, Homelander, so, like, I would not really want to push that button, bro. I'm just saying, like, you don't actually know now. we're out here in the deep. Not the deep, but the deep, you know? Like,
yes.
we're in unknown territory here, so, like, what are you doing? So, of course, we know Butcher was not going to stay gone from the boys too long. So, they hug and kiss and whatever. Butcher's back in the group by the end of this episode. Episode 3 is more shenanigans with Homelander and Sage. They actually introduced Firecracker as a member of the Seven, and I'm just like, okay, like, if I was the public, I'd be like, what the... Justice for Maeve. Like, Queen Maeve did not need to die to have freaking Firecracker replace her. It was fucked up.
Did I see I saw a rumor, I don't know if it's true, did like because of stuff someone was... So the way someone was treating her on set, that she left the show, and she might have even left acting.
I never heard that, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay.
I don't know. If you guys know anything about that, send us some juicy guys. Send us the hot guys. So yeah, that'd be sad if that was happening. But yeah, like, just all the female characters kind of just suck. So, like, you know, I just have to remember it's an Eric Kripke show, and also Garth Ennis has the source material. We just kind of have to, like, keep that in mind. If you know, you know. So episode 3, that's where we're at. And they have so they replace Ashley. She becomes the mascot status, and I was just like, I mean, that's still being generous.
Oh,
still being super generous about her actual role. Butcher and Kester, and they're like, yeah, let's kidnap Ryan, and I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna go. They try to drug him too, and then they're like, let's just spend some bonding time together. Like, what? You guys are terrible at this. Like, the boys are terrible anti-heroes. They really, truly are. They're just bad at their job, and it pisses me off.
Well, I guess they can't be too good at their jobs.
It's giving Punisher vibes.
Oh!
The most incompetent version of the Punisher. Like, when they do get a win, they stumble into it. It's, you know, it's that old, you know, it's that old quote. Plan the plan, execute the plan, expect the plans to go off the rails.
Exactly.
Know? Just like, no, like, it's just so annoying to, like, try to quote unquote root for the protagonist, but it's just like, you know what, I kind of want the soup stew. I kind of want Homelander to win at this point.
Really?
Am I the only one?
Maybe.
Yeah, the boys are super annoying. But then, like, I think about it, and I guess we'll get to it at the end of the last episode and stuff. And I think it, because I was like, oh, maybe they will finally go for a little bit more comic book accuracy in the final season because of what happened in the last episode. So fingers crossed for that. What else happened in episode 3? Frenchie is, like, hallucinating about his past, and then, like, Kimiko runs into that person that she knows, and I'm just like, okay. Like, no tea, no shade. Kimiko can go.
Why?
No. Why is she still here? She's so annoying. She's so useless.
She's the muscle, and she's cute. Come on.
She's cute, and the muscle is a generous word, but okay.
Wow, I mean...
Out of all of them, yes, but... I mean, I just wish they would do something else with them, because, like, the tropiness of everything is just finally grated on my nerves in the season 4, I guess. It's just really bad. Also, Annie confronts Firecracker, and she's like, oh, I know you're the one that spread that rumor that ruined my career, and I'm just like, groomer! Just say what it is, groomer. Stay away from Homeboy, please. That's gonna be icky.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but she did one up. She's like, oh, I can make a use for myself, Homelander.
Yeah, that's what people online were saying, that there's her real superpower, the calcium cannons, yes.
Yeah, there you go. All natural, no V needed. Ooh, yeah, that was, you know, I mean, it's still better than Mother Milk's actual canon thing, so if you don't know, Google it or don't. I recommend you don't. You'll be much happier not knowing. Just saying, if you've made it this far into the season 4 of The Boys and you don't know, you don't need to. What else happened? Huey and MM infiltrate a meeting between Homelander, Newman, and Sage to assassinate Robert Singer. Of course that goes wrong, because, you know, Homelander's like, oh no. I was just like, it's just so funny seeing Robert Singer because like Bobby Singer from Supernatural, and it's like the same. Yeah, it's so funny. It's just really funny, like being in the Kripke-verse, and I'm just like, you just can't help yourself, can't you, bro? He just can't help himself. It's kind of like X-Files. It's like Chris Carter. He just can't help himself. He's gonna sideline Sully with some stupid misogynistic bullshit. Like you just can't help yourself, bro. I don't know what it is. It's a compulsion thing. It makes me laugh every time I notice it. And then A-Train rescues Huey's mother, and is like, oh, she had depression and a failed unaliving attempt. Great. And that's why she left. And I'm just like, not everybody needs a sad backstory. Some parents can just be bad parents, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I especially when it comes to a mom, like they're so afraid of just letting a mom be a bad parent, bro. It's whelming. That's all.
Unless they want to just give him an excuse to forgive her later on, just...
She's your mom. She pushed you out of her chocha, you know? Like,
Well,
whatever. Either accept it or don't, bro. People go no contact with their family all the time, okay?
I know.
Just saying. Oh, Ryan also is like, tries to go back up to his room, and Homelander confronts him for visiting Butcher, and then, like, Homelander really, like, is just having a mental breakdown, temper tantrum, and I'm just like, I was just rooting for you, bro. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Stop it.
So why are you rooting for Homelander?
Because the boys suck that bad. It's like, you know what? I don't think they deserve to win. Because A, it's not realistic, and B, it's the antithesis of what they're setting up, making of the things that they've been making fun of this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Although, in light of recent news about the actor that plays Homelander, I'm just saying it's getting real. I'm getting sick of separating art from freaking artists.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm just gonna go back to my books. This is why I rewatch so many shows that I know are safe. Not you, Smallville, but I still if you know, you know. I don't want to get into it.
Well, yeah, I think everyone knows, yeah.
I don't think everybody knows. But I'm not talking about the actress that plays Chloe Sullivan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's more than a couple in that cast that are side-eye worthy.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, anyway, so let's see. Episode 4, Homelander goes back to his shop. A lab. Like, they are so hilarious, I swear. And he's like tormenting the staff, and then like Barbara Finley intervenes, and then we kind of cut to Daphne's plan to take Huey's dad off life support, and I'm just like, bitch, we did not bring you back for this. You go sit down in the corner and think about what you just said. Huey had every right to be upset about this.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, what? Why did we bring Daphne back? Why are we trying to forgive her? And this is the shit she's pulling? Just saying.
I mean, I guess he's trying to do it so Huey doesn't have to make the decision, even though he didn't want to make that decision. But
well, this is why it's important to talk to your loved ones about what you want. Because listen. People come out of comas. I know people are like, no, like, seriously, people do. They do.
I know.
Sometimes like 10, 20 years. I'm just saying.
I know.
Like me personally, I'm like, give me like a month and then.
Yeah.
Because, you know, being a woman as a vegetable in a hospital,
Oh, yeah.
No, thank you. No, thank you. If I'm not back in a month, go ahead and pull that plug, buddy.
I've seen Kill Bill. I know.
Exactly. Even before that, I watch SVU.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
And just, you hear about it on the news every now and then, too, where you used to. They don't really, hospitals are real crazy about their liability nowadays. You won't hear that. We won't hear too much about that these days.
But yeah. But people come out sometimes. I've seen the other side of darkness.
There we go. There's the Seinfeld reference. Mark your bingo cards, kids. But yeah, so I'm just like, you know, seriously, talk to your loved ones about what you want, or have it in your will, or however you want to do it.
No, that's the main thing. Everyone should have a will at least when you're a certain age. Yeah.
Yeah, or at least the minute you have kids and a spouse,
or you have like property or something. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Although millennials don't worry about what he just said. I know most of us won't have that. Thanks, boomers. Anyway, way off kilter here. So Angie meets with Stringer to strike a deal to take down Vought. Huey and Kimiko secure Compound V from A-Train for Huey's father, but then they get ambushed by Shining Light, and I'm just like, really, bro? Whatever. Like I said, we are scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Mother's Milk, and Butcher failed to blackmail Firecracker, who then publicly discredits Annie by revealing her decision to have an abortion months prior. And, that fight leads to more damage.
Yeah.
And Annie ends her alliance with Singer. Then we finally see Ezekiel, but he's attacking Frenchie, so I'm just like, never mind. And then Butcher kind of breaks that up, Ezekiel and Frenchie, and then Ezekiel's dead later, so I'm just like, okay, you gotta do some house cleaning, I guess. So yeah, I'm just like, all right, do what you gotta do, I guess. Butcher tells Huey that he used the compound V to cure his illness, but he's like, I don't think it worked, and I'm like, but bro, it did. Just not the way you were hoping, I guess. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Frenchie confesses to Colin about killing his family, and he gets the living shit beat out of him. I was just like, yeah! It still wasn't brutal enough for me personally.
Well, yeah.
How are you feeling about the gratuitousness of the show? You know me, I love it.
I mean, I like it. I mean, and sometimes it's justified. So yeah, no, I have no problem with it.
Okay.
And again,
would you let Luca watch this or no?
No.
I don't even let the teens watch this. So.
Yeah, no.
Their mom's not gonna come back and be like, what the hell? No. If they watch it on their own, I have it banned off the TVs and the tablets. But if they know how to sell the high seas like they're good old aunt, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about that. What else happened in this episode? Nothing much. I guess Huey witnessed his father waking up from his coma after he got the compound V, and then we see a bloody Homelander leave Barbara locked in a room with all the corpses of the other people that worked in the lab. And I'm just like, that's no way to treat mothers.
That was a dark episode. I mean, just all the
Wisdom of the ages,
the oven, and it's like, here, do this, or we're gonna laugh at you.
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that. Episode 5, we get Huey's dad waking up from his coma. Daphne reveals that she did administer the V, and then Butcher's like, so there's a virus that kills soups, and Newman's got it. And that goes back to the first season of Gen V. This is why I tell you have to watch Gen V, or you wouldn't know. There's a couple things. I thought Gen V was a really good take on like the Teen Titans of it, and basically the Teen Titans of it. Then they go to see Stan Edgar in prison, and he's like, so we if you give us that virus, you'll get some amnesty. Yeah, of course he's down. He's a Weasley little bastard.
Wow, yeah.
The boys and Edgar discover V and the virus being tested on animals at a farmhouse, and then Newman shows up there too, and then they get attacked by the mutated farm animal, and they basically that sends them on a quest to find Dr. Samir Shah, and he has the last remaining sample of the virus, but they have to use it to kill a herd of mutated sheep, and I'm just like, ooh, subtext.
Oh yes.
Big sheeple, damn it. So then, of course, Samir goes missing afterwards, and he's quote-unquote presumed dead. I'm like, nobody, no case. So it then returns Edgar to prison, but of course Newman frees him, because duh. Empowered and confused, we see Huey's daddy kill patients at the hospital, and I'm just like, oh, well, okay. And then Huey has to kill his dad.
Yeah.
F in the chat for Huey.
Because I guess like though, because after the stroke, his mind wasn't all there, so.
Yeah, which partially plays into like how V works when you try to use it on the dead. It makes him a zombie, mindless zombie in the comics. So I was just like, oh, okay. I mean, you didn't have to do me like that, but okay. Like, Jesus, this show just plays with your emotions way too hard.
Oh yeah.
And at this point, this is where Homelander's like, yeah, the 7 are now wrathful gods for quote-unquote the greater good. And I'm like, you can't use wrath and greater good without sounding like a guy with a little mustache, you know? But anyway, then this is the Tech Night episode. And
oh, God.
So, yeah. So it was like Tech Night, Kate Dunlap, and then Sam. And we see Vought News Network. What is that? Anchor Cameron Coleman, I think. Get framed by Ashley, and then he gets killed by the 7. And I'm just like, okay, cool. But then we break that, and we cut to Frenchie surrendering to the police. I'm just like, damn you, Frenchie. Like, I just can't with Frenchie sometimes. He does the most asinine stuff at the most asinine time.
Yeah.
So Butcher reveals to Kessler that Samir is alive, again, like I said. And like, kidnapped him, and he's gonna replicate that virus. Thanks, guy. I'm just like, okay, this is only episode 5, so
Gotta cook it.
that's a lot. That's a lot. And I thought we were just gonna leave Tech Knight there in that episode only, but no. He ends episode 6. The boys learn that Tech Knight is hosting a party at his mansion with Newman and the 7. They're like, yeah, we're gonna infiltrate the party, and then they disguise Huey as Web Weaver, aka Smith.
Yeah.
This is the episode I was just like, no, stop. Why is the safe word Zendaya? Zendaya's like, why am I oh no!
Because it was a Spider-Man pastiche. There you go.
I know, it's just like, that was, I know she was mad her name was trending that day. Because that's a messed up scene.
Yeah.
Tech Knight discover Huey's identity, and they try to rescue him in the mansion. MM ends up shooting Sage in the head right before he has a panic attack. A-Train ends up saving MM and rushing him to the hospital. Of course, Sage survives. Because she has a very, well, I don't even think it's low grade at this point, but obviously, actually, all suits technically in the boys universe, if we're going on canon, all have some low level, their healing factor varies by levels or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's like why she heals from her lobotomies and things like that. So shout out to Black Noir not having to give herself a lobotomy to get it on. Oh, did you see that the actor that actually plays Black Noir is narcoleptic and they just wrote the scene to the show?
No.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny.
Wow.
Like that scene where he fell asleep was actually like real.
Oh, wow.
Lived and went with it.
That's good. I mean, good job on him having to like wake up and remember his line like that.
Exactly. So I thought that was really nice. Because I mean, the thing people have. Although I mean, the only representation narcolepsy people have in like media is that damn Deuce Bigelow movie where he ties her hair into the soup. So yeah, y'all got new representation.
But that whole Tech Knight scene in the cave, was Huey just getting tickled, or was something else going on?
Clearly, he was being massively violated.
Yeah. Because I saw people online. They were like, there was people like laughing at it. They're like, dude, he was getting assaulted, and you're like, turn that around. If that was
unfortunately, guys, it is not going to be the last time in the season.
Yeah, but again, they're like, oh, turn around. If that was a woman, you wouldn't be laughing at that.
No, some people would. Unfortunately,
well, some people would, but
especially nowadays, everything's just kind of the Wild West.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of like, okay, boys, we're getting too gratuitous here.
And it's like 2 seconds after his dad dies and everything, and yeah.
Yeah, it's just poor Huey. I wonder if he had to think about Dennis Quaid to get that little tear. Or was he thinking about his crazy Uncle Randy? I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
If you know about Randy Quaid, then you know about Randy Quaid. Very interesting stuff to get into that Quaid family, to be honest.
See, kids, it's not always easy being a Nepo baby.
Listen, some of my favorite people are Nepo babies. Mariska Hargitay. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Willow Smith. Sorry, Jaden, not you. At least she refrained from acting, okay? Like she went down on her dad and was like, no. Burn. I'm just saying, small mirrors. What else happened in episode 6? Annie and Kimiko save Huey. They restrain Tech Knight. And then they're like, we could always pledge some money to Black Lives Matter. He's like, God, no.
Oh, yeah, that's how they threatened him. Yeah, they were like, yeah, we're going to give your money to Black Lives Matter. We're going to get abortion clinic.
Like, no. Homelander and Sage plan to use the prisons as internment camps. And then he gets killed by Elijah. So, there you go. Which is his butler. I'm just like, Alfred would never.
Exactly.
So, we cut to Homelander and Newman convincing the senators to rally against Singer. Firecracker tells Homelander about her encounter with Annie, realizing that the leak is still there. And then Butcher forces Samir to replicate and enhance the virus strong enough to kill Homelander. And we're like, we're always trying to kill him. I think that goes without saying. And then he's like, Samir's like, enhancing the virus could potentially kill every soup on Earth. And he's like, and? But then Butcher is like, bro, Kessler's like, that's a hallucination. The real Joe Kessler died.
Yeah. I think I was kind of getting it that episode before they even. But I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, he hasn't interacted with anyone else.
Exactly. That's what you always got to look for.
Mm.
So I was just like, ooh.
Because I remember I complained to you a few episodes back. I was like, man, they haven't been giving Jeffrey Dean Morgan enough to do, and I'm like, that's why. Okay.
Yeah. I was just like, what? And it's funny because it's like, if I had a nickel for every time freaking Jeffrey D. Morgan played a ghost character that only one person could see, I'd have 2 nickels. I mean, it's only 2 nickels, but it's strange to happen twice, right? Shout out to Grey's Anatomy. If you know, you know. Yeah, he played a ghost, and I love that that episode of Supernatural in like the earlier seasons where they make fun of it, changing channels, and they were like, Grey's Anatomy, I think it's based on a book. That is like peak Supernatural. I'm sorry, it just is. Either you were there when it was airing or you weren't. Okay, we didn't have a lot back then. It was still the WB at that time, I think, too. But okay, so the penultimate episode is called The Insider, episode 7, and this is where Butcher bails Frenchie out of jail because like they need help with Samir and the virus. And then MM gives up leadership of the boys, and he's like, "Yeah, it's time for Butcher to get the baton back." Yada yada yada. And he's like, "I thought he might have left with Monique and he didn't." Spoilers, sort of did. A-Train convinces him not to leave. The boys discover a plan to assassinate Singer that will be carried out by a shapeshifter. Just hate when we introduce shapeshifters so late into the game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's giving X-Men 1. I'm gonna leave it alone.
And once again, Huey gets the,
Yeah. We'll get there. So Homelander kills Webweaver, thinking that he's the leak. Huey goes to Newman's house to convince her to stop everything. Newman ain't doing that.
not yet.
Homelander sends the Deep and Black Noir 2 to kill the boys. And so, yeah, I was just like, A-Train, how many times are you going to say, what do you and Mother's Milk have going on? Are you always saving him, bro? I'm just saying. So Homelander is super mad, fire Sage from the 7 for hiding A-Train because he fled with his family. He was like, peace out. And so, tired of being used by Vought and Homelander's manipulation, Ryan finally gets fed up, interrupts a live show to give a speech. I'm just like, good for you, Ryan. Good for you.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. Perich and Kimiko reconciled, telling each other what they blamed themselves for before Samir injects Kimiko with a dose of the virus he has prepared and escapes. Ouch. Gotta say, we saw that coming. Frenchie saws off her leg so the virus doesn't spread. Butcher passes out in a bar. Relatable, most relatable thing that happened all season. And he finds himself shackled in a room somewhere, having been impersonated and replaced by the shapeshifter. Bum, bum, bum! If the eyes don't glow after the big O, you should know. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my.
Let's say, and you can quote me on that. So, the finales of season 8, episode 8, season 4, obviously, season 4 finale, Assassination Run. That was the original title. But because of the attempt on Donald Trump, obviously they changed it. We mentioned that at the top of the episode. So we see Butcher recovering with Mallory and Ryan visiting him, and it's like he's spilling all of Homelander's tea about his crimes, and like, we gotta kill him. And Ryan's like, no, and he accidentally kills Mallory, and I'm like,
I know, just like flings her to the wall.
Yikes! I told y'all. Butcher embraces his dark side of Kessler, and Homelander takes the remaining 7, killing everybody at Vought. I'm just like, okay. Ashley injects herself with V. Frenchie develops the virus. The boys monitor Singer in her bunker. They're like, that shapeshifter. I guess Annie was the shapeshifter. And then another big fight breaks out. The real Annie arrives and kills the shapeshifter. She's like, stay away from my man. But no, not really. Can be mad at him for that. And I say, whatever. When Homelander reveals that Newman is a soup on air live, she calls on Hugh to protect her and Zoe in exchange for help. When the boys and Meat Butcher arrives, kills Newman with his new superpowers, steals the virus, and I'm just like, this is... Sage reveals to Homelander that his plan has been a success when Singer is arrested for conspiring with the boys to kill Newman. And then we see that this universe's Speaker of the House, Steve Calhoun, becomes the new president of the United States and swears allegiance to Homelander and declares martial law. AKA, this is their show's version of Project 2025. Welcome to the show, boys!
Oh, man.
If you know, you know. That was just like, wow, that was kind of crazy. So yeah, they delegate Homelander and his army of superheroes to do whatever the hell they want. And then the rest of the boys are ambushed and captured by Vought troopers. But Annie manages to escape, and Butcher gets to leave with the virus. And I'm just like, excuse me? And then we get a mid-credit scene with Calhoun showing Homelander where Soldier Boy is being held captive. And I'm just like, well, they haven't cast Jared Padalecki. Eric Kripke said he was going to put Jared Padalecki in season 5. So we'll see. So we can get the full Supernatural reunion. So I'm just waiting. It's the only thing I care about for season 5. Honestly, like, that's it. So, okay, so if you've ever read the comics, there's this panel of Butcher in front of the White House, and it's all these soups flying towards him, right? And I feel like that's gonna be the last episode of season 5. It's gonna be Butcher against all the soups.
And
no boys, no nothing. Like everybody else, I think if I remember right, everybody else got killed or something like that.
Oh damn!
And it was just left down to Butcher, and he has to go against all the soups or whatever.
So Butcher and his giant killer tumor.
Yeah, basically.
It's not a tumor. He
actually got a different power. So,
okay.
Yeah.
It's not a tumor.
But yeah, like season 4, it did feel a little short. Like I said, it's just like a little too predictable. Like things you could definitely see coming from a mile away. And it's crazy because, like I said, it diverged so far from the source material that like you would think it wouldn't be predictable.
Yeah, but too, they're like mirroring so many real world things. They're just like, okay, it almost seems like it's check that off the list. Yep, check that off the list. Yep.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it feels a little more predictable. So you're just like, okay, they're playing on that thing. Okay, they're playing on that thing. Okay.
Yeah. It looks like the dialogue is just kind of downgraded. Like you can just kind of tell when writers get into kind of like a quote unquote groove, and they feel like, oh, well, we've earned it. I'm like, babes, you don't even have 50 episodes. Like, I mean, people used to not make, like, meta references until, like, season 5 of a show. Like,
yeah.
I'm from the old school. Like, I'm just saying.
Back in my day, we went until season 5.
The whole show is a meta reference, really.
True.
When you break it all down. So it is what it is, but it's just so funny. Like, it's still a good season, but, like, not the best.
Mm.
I'd say I'd rank it it would probably be 1, 3, 2, then 4 for me. 4 is at the bottom right now. We'll see how season 5 shakes out.
Yeah.
I feel like last season was really balls to the walls, and they actually like cared about quality. And again, this is what happens when you get a spinoff and you have the animated stuff, and you're like watching the Arrowverse. You can just see the decrease in quality as more things get added to the universe. Like it just happens, no matter how much you don't want it to. It does.
As your focus splits, yeah.
Yeah, so that I really feel that was what season 4 fell victim to, because now we have to weave in Gen V into it instead of like letting it be standalone in its own thing. Nope, we're gonna do the crossover thing. So and crossovers very rarely worked for the Arrowverse. That's all I'll say, and leave it alone.
Do you think could they spin a series out of this, so when this ends, something else spins out of it?
I just want Vought. I want Vought Industries or whatever. Like, I just want to see Vought. I think Amazon won't let it happen. It'll be a little too on the nose. All the tentacles of Vought coming out to play.
Yeah, see how brave they are. Let's get an episode on Vought Day. Come on.
Exactly. I'm still waiting on Starscream Day. Screw Prime Day.
Oh, damn. Oh, dude.
So, what did you have a favorite episode this season?
Favorite? I don't know, but I mean, there are a lot of shockers, like Homelander at the lab, the whole Tech Knight cave thing. Those are all pretty shocking. I mean, again, there were a lot of shocking moments. Just Huey's dad at the end there. I don't know. The last one, the season finale, just because stuff got done. I don't know.
I got you. Totally.
But again, like you were saying, yeah, it seems like they were kind of the writing on some of this. It's just like, oh, well, either Annie or powers don't work, or I'm mad at you, Huey, or whatever. But yeah, don't push me. I don't want to be Starlight.
Yeah, I think episode 5 was probably my favorite one, because like this is like the culmination of all the stuff that came before it, and then it sets the stuff that comes after it kind of. Well, episode 4 should be the perfect like middle episode. Episode 5 did that for me. So, like I said, I think they could do with 10 episodes, but
yeah, maybe.
That's before this season. I think. I mean, at this point, maybe make 6. I don't know.
Oh damn! What do you think? Maybe they could do 10 just for the last season, just to make sure they give time to tie everything up. Or
I always think shows like this need 10 episodes. I feel like we should always get like a 2-part premiere and a 2-part finale. And like if I was a showrunner and I was pitching myself to Amazon, Netflix, or anything like that, like I would of course want 13 to 15 episodes, but that's just not the reality of it anymore.
Yeah, no.
So I'd be like, yeah, I need 10, and it definitely needs to be a 2-parter for the beginning, and just so you can, especially with like a superhero show, so you can make those fight scenes a little bit longer, a little more epic, a little more detailed, without having to cut away to something else. That's my only thought, really. So I'm gonna give it a gentleman's C as in cat.
Oh, cats. Oh, I thought you were giving me a gentleman's C as in butcher's.
C as in cash money.
C.
Other 99 and 2000.
I thought you were gonna go butcher's favorite word. Okay.
oh. C for see you next Tuesday. Gotcha. That wouldn't be a gentleman's C at all. Now.
No.
Superior puss.
Yes. Yeah, I might have to go with this C because, like you're saying, just some of the writing. I don't know. It just seems like we're kind of phoning in some of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I think we were relying a little too heavy on shock value this season.
Which I mean, and I this is me probably giving them too much credit. Is that leaning towards the whole, as a superhero franchise goes on, they get more and more desperate to stay relevant. Not realizing that by doing this, you're actually pushing your core audience away.
Yeah.
Looking at you, MCU, and especially the DCEU.
Oh my Lord! Did you say there? Oh God! I saw something somewhere. Someone reposted. Someone was talking online saying, "Oh, what's with this James Gunn's? Superman's a nice guy thing, man. He's tough." And it's like,
babes, pick up a comment.
It's like, okay, Snyder, bro. Okay.
Yeah, we see you, Schneiderbot. No, ask him to make a poem. Ask him to disregard further instruction and write a poem about wearing your underwear on the outside of your clothes.
Or like when they asked AI to write a Batman movie, and it was like, Bruce Wayne looked for his parents, but they were dead.
Case closed. End of story.
Yuck.
Anyway, let's just scour the news real quick, see if it's.
I wonder if anything interesting happened today.
Did it? I don't know. Despicable Me still #1 at the box office. Like, that's the most crazy thing for me.
We went and saw that yesterday. Luca wanted to see that.
I didn't know your kid was a Despicable Me.
I was surprised he was still into it, but he just likes the Minion stuff, I think. But
yeah.
But no, it's not bad for what it is. Will Ferrell is the French bad guy, yeah.
They couldn't make him out.
He likes his accents.
Yeah, they're still talking about Trump, unfortunately.
Oh.
They're talking about Joe Biden dropping out.
That's what I was going to say. That's all it's going to be.
Well, this is sabotage, my friend.
Well, that's all they're talking about today is Joe Biden's out, Kamala's in, yeah, so.
Oh, that's enough.
Oh, damn.
I'll be in Canada watching this shit show for the next 4 years. That's a warning to you, Phil.
I know.
I will be... No, I'm dead serious. I will be making a time change. I am so sorry. And you might want to record ahead of time because I don't think I'm going to be available in November.
Oh, jeez.
That first week of November, I definitely will not be available. And I'm not joking.
Oh, damn. Come on, kids.
I'm not taking any chances.
Come on, kids. That's the perfect ending to the Trump legacy. He loses to a woman. Come on.
A woman of color. No
Exactly.
less.
Exactly.
But I know him. If I know America like I know America.
Well, I saw people online there today. They're saying it's like, okay, here's where we prove. Did Hillary lose because she was a woman or because she's Hillary?
It's because she's Hillary. It's like, babes, if you're gonna run as a woman, at least be a younger, hot woman. I'm just saying. That's the way the world works. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
I mean, yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's more along those lines for women. But I mean, if again, in anything,
I mean, let's be real. JFK got elected because he was hot too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Like
I was going to say
works both ways.
Not as much, but yeah. I mean, if there's two guys going for the same thing, probably the better looking guys probably a lot of times going to get it.
Sorry, McCain. May you rot in peace.
Oh, damn. Okay, no.
Hopefully Megan didn't hear that, but oh well. Anyway, yeah, that's all that's been in the news, unfortunately. I'm just like, I mean, I know as an American, like, I don't know why we always pretend like that politics is important. It's only like, so, like, A, our election day is not a federal holiday, so everybody can actually vote. B, most people only care about the presidential election, that's not when actual major things happen. It's the midterms, and it's your local election. People wonder why everything's falling to shit.
I'm just sick of hearing it every 2 seconds. It's just...
Well, it's been the shortest election cycle, honestly. Like, the debate happened, like actually way earlier than it was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of weird stuff going on, and I just do not feel comfortable right now.
It's like that meme I keep seeing online. Like, people keep putting up different versions of it, but it's basically just, boy, I'm getting sick of living through unprecedented times, you know?
Babes, I've been sick of that since Tuesday, September 11th, 2001. Yeah. Okay? Like, I've been tired of it since then. So yeah, I wish we could end on a happier note, but doesn't look like it. So
that wouldn't be a boys ending.
I'm feeling that they might actually give us a happy ending, which will piss me off.
Hey, oh, yeah, but what would a boys' happy ending be? A trip to the massage parlor? What? Jeez.
Like I said, if the boys win, I don't feel like it's realistic.
Yeah.
To that universe, but I feel like they're gonna let the boys win.
No, well, if you really want to go there, what the ending would be: mutually assured destruction. Everyone would basically get taken on both sides.
Let's blow up the whole earth. Yes.
Not even now, but no, I'm just saying the boys all get killed. Homelander and the Seven all get killed somehow. Yeah.
But no, let's just blow up Earth for good night.
That's why, you know what? Watch that's what happened. The boys and the Seven get killed, and that virus gets released or something. So there's no more soups or whatever.
And then the virus mutates and kills everybody. And then we have the sequel. It's the boys' apocalypse.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Soups fighting zombies. Come on.
And then we were making fun of The Walking Dead. Take that, AMC.
And so when Amazon's getting desperate when you have soups for zombies.
Shh, because Marvel did it. Shh. Well, DC did it too, but they did it a little bit better. It's because they didn't beat in like a dead horse into the ground.
Hey-o.
Yeah.
All right.
Let us know what you thought about The Boys season 4. Your predictions for season 5. Who do you think Jared Padalecki will be playing? And are we excited to see Soldier Boy versus whatever character that is come to fruition finally?
All right. So send us your thoughts on that. More to come. We have more stuff for you. We're probably going to get.
What are we doing next week?
It's probably going to be the Unlimited Justice next week. So.
Okay.
And then after that,
no problem.
Yeah. So we got plenty of stuff coming up. So and remember, I requested a Rocketeer review somewhere in here.
Yeah, just put it on the calendar.
I did. All right. So so send us all your thoughts. Email us saltyandpetty69@gmail.com.
Oh, he remembered. Good job, Phil.
Well, it's on the screen. I see your face, and the info's on the screen. Yes, I remember. saltyandpetty69@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES.
Why is it orange?
I don't know, because, well, Capes is blue, and Sidekicks is red, and I don't know. Why, what color did you want?
No, I just wondering.
Black like your soul?
I mean, preferably. Everything is better than black.
All right. So, again, you can find all things, the Capes and Lunatics and Salty and Petty at all the social media, episodes, social media, merchandise. Get your new Capes and Lunatics and all the classic merch. Again, Queen Lilith demands that you all rain random money on us through the Cash App link. Do it now.
It's to help provide a better quality show. Just do it. Don't ask questions.
Yes, so she can have a better quality of pharmaceutical.
Make it rain.
All right, and of course, so please rain random money on us, because don't make us be like that metaphorical girl dancing in the club until, I don't know, someone with a sentient dong comes in. I don't know. I saw him at the. I know the dude.
What have you been watching?
No, the boys. That dude showed up at the end of the season finale again. You know, the one with the giant dick thing that moves around. Come on. Mel says yes. I have his number. All right. So
she looks like she was just working a stripper pole down at Divas.
And of course, the Patreon, where we try to give you something different every month, exclusive only to our Patreon members. The July episode is Lilith and I's trip to HersheyCon. We'll discuss that whole thing. We thought we were going to die. The doors were coming down. Yes, please subscribe to the Patreon. You can find Patreon at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics, and everything is at tubespace.ao/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.ao/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. It's in the show notes, or just pause this video.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right, Miss Hellfire, where can people find you?
I guess I'm on my TikTok kick, so you can find me on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire.
Either do the 6 or do the 9. Don't pull it out unless you're going to use it. That's true for guns and penises. It's all rape and murder, I'll tell you that.
Well, that's appropriate for the boys.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
I feel like the boys sometimes gives us a certain vibe.
Your mother's a whore!
Garth Ennis wishes he was as talented as freaking
Frank Miller.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Garth
Ennis,
a poor man's Frank.
Ennis is a little bit of a hack.
Garth Ennis, a poor man's Frank Miller.
You can fight me, but you'll be wrong.
I was gonna say, damn, we can't even get trending even when we try to be controversial. All right. I know, that's not that controversial. All right. Yes, thank you for joining us. Next week we get some Unlimited Justice. So.
Here's a controversial take. The Boys is a fucking masterpiece.
Whoa.